From the east, house of light, may wisdom dawn in us, so we may see all things in clarity. From the north, house of night, may wisdom ripen in us, so we may know all from within. From the west, house of transformation, may wisdom be transformed into right action, so we may do what must be done. From the south, house of the eternal sun, may right action reap the harvest, so we may enjoy the fruits of planetary being. From above, house of heaven, where star people and ancestors gather, may their blessings come to us now. From below, house of earth, may the heartbeat of her crystal core bless us with harmonies to end all war. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once, may everything be known as the light of mutual love. Aroung, Hunab, Ku, Eva, Maya, Ma, Ho. Aroung, Hunab, Ku, Eva, Maya, Ma, Ho. Aroung, Hunab, Ku, Eva, Maya, Ma, Ho. All hail the harmony of mind and nature.
Welcome everybody to Viata's Tiny House Village. I'm Viata and I'm in my village and it's hot, it's cold. We had a great storm yesterday, lots of rain, and it cooled off the weather so well that I feel comfortable again because I was sweltering in heat for the last few days, but all is good. I'd rather be hot than cold. So welcome to the village tonight. We have a very, very special show for you. Wednesday nights, I like to present phenomenal women. And my guest tonight, Mama Azee, is one of the most phenomenal women I know. Someone who is turning 74 years around the sun today, July 1st. And that's a 9. We're on a 9 today. So we're giving birth to a lot of wisdom tonight. 7/1/2026 equals 9 for those of you who are unfamiliar with the language of the universe, which is all numbers. That's why we have phone numbers, birthdays, and all these numbers float around. And most people ignore numbers. They say, that doesn't mean anything. I'm telling you, I lived at 833 East 47th Street for 17 years in Chicago, Illinois. And I didn't realize how significant those numbers were. I see 833 all the time when I'm traveling on people's license plate, time. And the 833 shows up so often that I began to say, okay, this is a message from my ancestors, my angels, the universe. But I pay attention when those numbers show up. And then 47th Street. That is so significant because that's an 11, whether you turn it 74 or 47. So we're in an 11 tonight. We're rotating in the 11, which means the angels are going to be here talking to us. So pull up a chair, call your friends, send the link to your friends because we're going to hear some great wisdom tonight from both Mama Azee and myself. As I have meditated on these numbers tonight, they're very, very powerful. 47, 74, either way, it's an 11. Angels here. So let me welcome the village with a little video I put together that shows you my journey. All these pictures in this video, I've been there, done that, either lived there or went to visit people who decided to go tiny. So enjoy the view for a couple of seconds.
måste envisa order Corona kukkura kuskada enha Na kukkabura enha Na kukkabuch enha Anuki madress with mad pusha lao On the bad book bad to cool type of yow The cook sa hapa aka papa R Benenza put the cook sa R Go who's the get a lemon.
So we give thanks to Imak for that very powerful music that goes along with those videos. I actually renovated one of those, the picture at the end, the blue door. I renovated that whole shed. It was on the property that my tiny house on wheels was located on. And someone was going to buy that house, but there was a lot of stuff in there and it needed help. So I took everything out, renovated it, and did some work on the inside outside. I learned so much how to patch holes in walls. And then when I did this place that I'm in now, it was easy peasy because I had already worked on a smaller shed, and this was a much bigger shed that I worked on. Giving thanks for all I've learned. Someday I'm going to teach people how to do this, how to renovate a shed and find peace and small space and declutter, let go. When you have a small space, you have to let go. You cannot bring your 4-bedroom, 2-bath house into a 320 square shed. So I wrote all that in a book, actually. If you're interested, send me an email. But for now, this book is available to any of you who send me a Cash App donation. I do all this work for no cost. Every 3 days a week, I'm here on my YouTube channel giving you all the experience I've had for the week, the days, the months, the years, so that you can grow and advance and evolve and become more conscious, because that's what it's going to take. This journey that we're all on is about consciousness. It's really about being aware that there's a lot of bigger fish to fry. There's a bigger picture, in bigger than what we're experiencing day to day. Day to day, we get up, we brush our teeth, we eat breakfast, we go for a walk, we go to work. It's bigger than that. It's so much bigger than that in the spiritual realm, in the meditative realm. So consciousness is all about being aware of the bigger picture. Now I'm working another puzzle. I love it. 1,000 pieces. And at first it was giving me some real challenges because I hadn't worked a puzzle in a couple of months. I was like in a rhythm. But the puzzles of life are about bringing fractured people, experiences into one big love picture. The whole idea is to have a love. When you finish the puzzle, it looks beautiful. You got a whole scene here. My scene is a country life. It's got water. It's got elks. It's got fish. It's got all these beautiful scenes from nature. And I finally got a rhythm on it because I started working on another section of it. Instead of trying to get what I thought was going to be the easiest section, I had to move over to another. Anyway, Vegetable Soup for Women was like a fractured puzzle that we put together. 9 authors came together, kind of fractured. We didn't have any connection. We didn't know each other, but we got to know each other through our Zoom meetings and through our common goal of giving this gift to women who are struggling, women who are having relationship problems. It was really born out of Tyler Perry's movie, Straw. I saw that movie and I thought, this is a horrible movie. But the lesson from that is there's got to be a better solution. There's got to be a better solution. And so what I did, I talked to my friend LA, and he talked to other people, and we said we want to put together some stories to help and nourish people and help them have a better life. So voila, 70 some pages, 9 authors, and you get this in your email when you send a Cash App of any amount to my $sign Vieira, whatever gift. I appreciate any gift that you send me, and I use it for gas and food and all the other things. When you're on a fixed income, you're on a tight budget, and I'm so grateful when extra money comes in to help me do what I do. And that's basically taking care of this body. When you're in your 70s, you need to be focusing on you. Nobody, no children, grandchildren come second. Everybody comes second when you're, especially in your 70s, maybe 60s. You take care of you first, because you don't want to end up in a place where that people have to change your diapers and do all the things and be totally dependent on other people. So vegetable soup will help you prevent the independent life you may end up on, and if you don't learn how to take care of yourself in so many ways. So this book gives you nourishment for both all your body, your mind, and finances, and there's 9 or 10 authors that produce the knowledge and wisdom to help you do that. So thank you for your Cash App, and thank you. You can share this once you get this in your email. You're free to share it with other people. We're not restricting you to just send someone back here and say, no, you got to buy your own copy. No, if you buy one copy, we want you to share it with other people. So thank you for your donation. Appreciate you very much. And tonight we have a very special guest and a special presentation, because my guest, Mama Azee, and I have known each other, I think it's probably about 30 years. But we've known each other so long. I've been to Arizona twice to visit her. And she's a woman I admire so much, because her life over the 74 times around the sun has been full of drama, abuses, surgeries of many numbers. And yet she is strong and surviving and becoming more and more optimistic, more and more conscious about what she has to do to survive in this world. So Mama Azee is, I think she's on the line. Let me open up her mic here. Okay, Mama Azee, your mic is open. Welcome to the show and happy 74th time around the sun.
Dr. V, it is so much noise here. I think I'm going to have to hide out the bathroom because there's other clients or patients here. But I'm just abundantly grateful. And I don't know where places with.
Well, I wish you could be on video, but we don't care how you look.
No, I got to go in the bathroom. It's too much noise. But I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity to be more to me on the 74th day of life.
And try and get a good connection, because you're kind of scratchy right now.
Okay, it's my phone. I'm gonna go in the bathroom. We got in the bathroom because it's too much noise. So, give me 2 minutes, and I'll get back.
In the meantime, I'm going to share some pictures. I'm going to try and share some pictures of Mama Azee's journey that she's been on for the last number of years. Now, this picture right here, I love this. I think this is her mom. This is I believe this is Mama Azee's mother. Looks like her mom. Yeah, that's Mama Azee's mom. And I don't know, somebody's sending me pictures, I think, of somebody else. I don't know who this is. Let's see. One photos. Oh, okay. Some more photos coming through. I'm gonna try and share some of these. Okay, these look good. Okay, that's Mama Azee's mother, and they're all from the Arizona, very strong indigenous community of families, and that's Mama Azee's roots. So I think it's so important these days to understand your ancestors. I spent the whole day thinking about my dad. My dad's was a Sagittarius. He died at 95. And I was thinking about him and this man that I'm kind of interested in. He's also Sagittarius. Wow, did I get some insight today on Sagittarians on in a deeper way, and the relationships that they have with their wives. Just so happened my dad had 3 wives. And I knew every one of them really well. They're all gone now. My dad and all 3 wives are gone. But it pays to check out the ancestors, your parents, their birth sign, and when they left, what dates they left, and then the women, if they, like for instance, if your parents, if your father, mother, if they hooked up with certain people, you can bet there was a reason for that, because there were lessons that needed to be learned from all of them. Now here's Mama Azee. That is a beautiful picture of her. I love that. Thank you, Sister Nuruddina. So that's Mama Azee, and we're going to be hearing from her
I'm
today.
hearing that, and it's a bit quiet. And Dr. Reed, I give thanks to all of my medicine guides, and my dad and my mom. They were both Sagittarian.
Really?
And swear to God. And one of my medicine guys on the other side happened to be Floyd Red Crow Westerman, who was Chuck Norris's uncle on Ranger Road. And he was the one that adopted me when I was in Greensboro, Carolina, at Guilford Native American Association. Not too many people know that, but he said to me, he said, Lee, back then everybody called me Lee, or Arizona Lee, and he said, if you want to open up a campground and start to do sacred fires, then you do it. And Floyd Red Crow Western gave me the push off the mountain to move forward with my campground. Camp Arizona and High Point, North Carolina. I had that campground for 14 years. And that's another time. But I look back at my life and my travels. I got it from my parents, my Sagittarian parents. Floyd Red Crow Western left in Pine Ridge on the 13th of December. My mother, Maddie, came to the planet on the 12th, and my dad came on the 14th of December. And my one of my best buds, Holly, she's the 14th of December. We didn't realize until recently that your dad was Sagittarian.
Yeah.
That's great. That explains why your blood is B type. B positive. So is mine. That explains a lot of things of why you're Pisces and water and doing what you're doing. That explains why Michael's grandmother connects with you by way of Michael, big time. That explains why A.A. Allen connects with you big time. That explains why you were able to get his great granddaughter on your show. And for those who do not know who A.A. Allen is, he is the creator of Miracle Valley, Arizona. Look it up. And the picture of my medicine guide with the path, the Caucasian man, is A.A. Allen. And he definitely talks to me from the other side. And actually, I didn't realize it, but when I was there in Oklahoma at Napoleon Davis's TP in but Oklahoma, Brother L.A. Davis knows where I'm talking about. Anyway, A.A. Allen started communicating with me then in 2006, but I didn't know. I didn't know like I know now. And meaning A.A. Allen and Louis G. Gregory, the dark-skinned gentleman there, look him up. Louis G. Gregory and I had a meeting. He left the planet. Louis G. Gregory, who is one of the hand of the causes, he left the planet 1 year and a month before I came to the planet. And you see me standing there in that garment, that regalia. How that came to be, my granddad, Dozier, who was not my biological granddad, and Louis G. Gregory came to me and guided me through a dream how to construct that garment and many others. And the reason I make a point of that is because my granddad, who wasn't my biological granddad, but he was affiliated until I found out who my biological granddad was, who had a hospital in Texas. You can look it up. When Klan came, burned it down. This is a true story. Anyway, Louis G. Gregory was not only an attorney, but he was also a tailor. And when I was given the book to move the world, Dr. Lee, I nearly shut it when I saw Louis G. Gregory, who reminds me of one of my husbands from Jacksonville, Florida. Anyway, he would follow me. I would always tell my mom that there was somebody following me. I was a little girl. Couldn't have been any more than 4 best. And I would always see the shadow of the pain. I come to find out when I moved to Florida to High Point, North Carolina, I was introduced to the Baha'i community and a sister shared this book to move the world. And when I started, I knew then that there was a connection. And I have been researching ever since. This is so deep that Mr. G, I call him, I have to share this. He sent one of my husbands to be stationed at Luke Air Force Base in Litchfield, Arizona. And that was my firstborn's dad, Leroy Lewis. I connected it. Mr. G, meaning Louis G. Gregory, and others sent Leroy Lewis to Arizona to connect with me. I got pregnant, and that's another story. The end result of that, I ended up not wanting my daughter to wonder who her dad was. So I went on a search after listening to Phil Donahue and all of those people on there didn't know who their dad was. So I went on a search. I ended up Way, South Carolina, in Lewis's neighborhood, Leroy Lewis, my daughter's family, is people. In walking distance, there is the Baha'i Institute that is named after Louis G. Gregory. And who appointed Louis G. Gregory? Baha'i Hampton Shogi. Shogi has been working with me for a long time as well. Matter of fact, he and many others guided me as far as how to build Camp Arizona. And we did all the research that I could. And this is what I came up with. And that's not all. When it comes to Reverend Allen, Reverend A.A. Allen, my mother was at that temple that revived in Phoenix, Arizona. Mr. G also, Louis Gregory also came to Phoenix, Arizona. That was another group. This isn't something I decided to do. I had to leave my family. We had to leave many others alone. It was distracting what I came to the place to research and to do. That's why I was sent here to Sierra Vista to open up gates that many in Cochise County are not willing to open. And one major thing is Miracle Valley. My mother was there when that land was donated to A.A. Allen in Phoenix, Arizona. You can check all of this out. Yes. This is why Michael's mother and Michael's grandmother is laid next to my mother. And when time comes, I will be there with Jackson's grandmother and my mother. Why that happened is because we have all been together before. And we came back to really truth of being part of bringing truth to the family. That's another reason I was evicted from Bonita Vista apartment, because there was too much, it was too much interference that was draining me. And so the Creator put people in position to eradicate me. And where did I end up? Right next door to the Bonita Vista, which happens to be a portal. I kid you not, but it doesn't matter. I need to tell you people, my brothers and my sisters, things are getting ready to shift big time. And if you do not leave or distance yourself from your family, or your family members, I'm not saying everybody, I'm just saying some of us, because we have a major mission. And since I have been here, I call it the Health and Health University. It is so amazing, Dr. D, the angel that the Creator has connected with. I mean, I can breathe, you know, but I can hear, I can see. And a lot of times, people from the other side, they know who I am, and they know the position my mind, body, and spirit is in. And they know if it needs be, they do come to me. And I have to admit, at first, I thought I was a little bit off of it. I'm not. I'm not. Even your family members who acted in ungodly ways, who may be on the other side, they know better, and they see things from a different perspective. And we, as humans, we have to forgive our parents for things that they realized that they were doing because they did not know any better. They are now in a position, if we listen, to assist us on many levels that were not available until now. And this is why Louis G. Gregory and Chief Frank Foldsville. Look up Chief Frank Foldsville. Look up the suit on Pine Ridge Reservation. He was an actor.
Is he the one in the Native American gear, the head feathers and all that on the picture?
The drum was stolen. That is right there at Chief Frank Foldsville's on his head. Right, because the drum was in a ceremony of wounded men. And the persons decided to take that drum, I must say, you will not survive unless that drum returns. Your family, they will not be in a good way if that drum is not returned, because that drum has been in a lot of sacred ceremonies. Yes, that's Chief Frank Foldsville. And what bothers me is Baha'i people, many Baha'i people, do not know how crucial it is for the African and the native or indigenous African people, indigenous Indian people come together as a unit, as a link. That is one thing that I decided, with the guidance of Chief Frank Foldsville and now Reverend Allen, A.A. Allen, to become a Baha'i. You see, those medicine guys that are in that picture, doesn't matter if A.A. Allen was staunch Christian or whatever, Bible college. We are all one human people. We bleed the same color. You see, and Baha'is believe, and I believe, we are all one human family, no matter what race, what color, shade, whatever, because we need to come together as a whole and treat each other as human beings in the human family. And many Baha'is must wake up. All religions must wake up. But I'm a Baha'i, so I can't speak for anyone else. Many do not know a thing about Chief Frank Foldsville, wanted me. They don't know how A.A. fought for the injustice. A.A. Allen and his Christian ministry go here. The founders of the faith of the Baha'i. When it comes to racial issues, many people do not know that A.A. Allen's mom, the Cherokee, came from the same neighborhood or the same neighborhood to my dad's people in Tahlequah County, Oklahoma comes from. And they don't want to know. It's not important. However, you must do your homework. You must do research, because Chief Frank Foolscrow was Catholic. He was made to be ordered or whatever, you know. And then he flipped the script and went Baha'i. I researched this. And this is a way, when you research, you can see more into the life of the people that come to you. Like A.A. Allen. I didn't have a clue at first, but he's indigenous in his own way. If you look at his jaws, you can tell he's native. You can tell he's indigenous. Even his healing, how he heals, whether it's fake or not, and I don't think so. He has the indigenous ways roaming through his bloodline. When people talk, many people talk about A.A. They talk about he was drunk. His parents were bootleggers. They don't tell everybody. They don't tell that his mother flowed mainly vibration with people of color, with men. They tell you the dark part. But I'm going to tell you, because of who A.A. Allen's mother was, she had it in her blood, because she felt more at home with a person or a man of color. They bring up all the darkness, but they don't tell you about the indigenous, you see. So I am just grateful, family, that I allowed myself to be called to this life. It is so fascinating. And so Shogi started me out from the beginning. And when I found out about William Sears came to me. He's been coming to me, but he really came to me that night and said, look up the info about me. I was shocked when I found out that Shogi also appointed not only Mr. G or Louis G. Gregory, hand of the call. He appointed William Sears. William Sears is a phenomenal being. Read about him, research him. I'm doing that now because he had to come to me in a dream for a powerful reason. And when I was there at Devon Gables, rehabilitating, you go across the street and you walk a block or two, and there is William Sears' residence. I heard that, but
sorry, I didn't mean to play it this soon.
But no, that's the dog. It's the ancestors telling you you are born on the dark side. So you see people If it had not been for my mom and my dad and your mom and dad, there's no way that you and I in this lifetime would be connecting on the level that we are.
Yes.
Mom did some awful things according at the time. However, I see differently in my dad. Oh my God. It's things you have to revive, you have to revamp and really, really look at why did you choose these people to come through their gate. It's like my great grandson Jaden. He's always communicating with me, even before Jaden got to the planet. He didn't call me great grandma. Grandma. He said, Grandma, I'm going to get you well. No, he said, we're going to get you well enough to get on the bus and be here for my life. And he tells me he chose his mother so that he could be with his grandmother. Shannon and Jaden have a very powerful mission. He told me that even in car seat, and we were at Paradise, where with Dr. Stanley, and my daughter Shannon brought Jaden. He was in a little car seat, and the look that he gave me, I have no fear. He was telling me then, like in a dream, Dr. V, he said, Grandma, I do this. I came here to do what I'm about ready to do. And I put Jaden's picture of my window, and I look at it quite often. And he has that look. He said, I got this. I got this. Whatever that is, yes, I got it. So I'm just being quiet, Dr. V, and giving thanks to the Most High that I have gotten to these 74 years here at Haven Health. And people, your parents did what they could do. They didn't know any better. However, forgive them. Forgive them. And I'm not talking to myself anymore because I'm forgiving even my big mama. Big mama used to beat the shit out of me because I was young. But I forgive Big Mama. I forgive because you didn't know any better. I look like somebody that my grandmother was saying. And so she didn't know how to breathe. She didn't know how to meditate. However, she brought my mother here. And I am grateful because I wouldn't be having this reason with my family. I am so abundantly grateful. And the angel, I don't know about the food, but it doesn't matter. 99.5% the angels. I have been gifted, Dr. P, moving out of the devil's den, because sometimes we get hard-headed. We don't know how bad we are being abused, and because we don't want to look at it. And so the Creator has to step in. And apparently the journey that I chose to do with Mr. G and Shoji and Alan and Court, all of them. The Creator had to get my ass up and put me here. How long I'll be here? But I learned something every day from everybody. And that's a university to me. I was upset because Social Security takes all of your money. And, but so far, my focus on it. And then I turned to the book and I said, university. And you pay big bucks. And when I started looking at it from that perspective and the knowledges that these dear ones passed down to me, like they're allowing me to set up out here. And it is so healing.
Well, Mama Azee, let me have you take a breath. Take a couple of breaths, because I know how it can be very emotional to bring certain things up. But you said something interesting, Mama Azee, about the Baha'i believes that we are all one, and we should all be getting along together. And there's no, I guess you want to say there's no racism or all that. But I think every religion, maybe not some radical Islam, I don't know if I'd put them in, but I think every major religion believes that we're all one and we shouldn't be prejudiced and judging people based on their skin color. I think that's with all Christianity, all the people that you have mentioned that have guided you. These people we're showing here, these medicine guides were not, I would say they were not prejudiced. They were not judging people by their skin color. Okay. But with today, it's been the media is manipulating people about racism. Every chance they get, they will highlight black this, white this, and we should all be hating each other. And that's what people do. They follow right along with how the media encourages or promotes or emphasizes race, black, white, Chinese. We got boycotting Chinese now, or Oriental people or businesses, because of the sentencing of a Oriental guy that he got away with, they say got away with murder. So now we're boycotting him because they're boycotting all the Oriental businesses. So the first opportunity people get to do something based on race, they take full advantage of it. Why? Because the media is so manipulative and we are not learning the lesson. So I hope that Mama Azee's talk tonight will help us understand that we are being manipulated, and that if we don't look at our ancestors and those people in our life, like you see here on the screen, who are, when they're on the other side, there's no agenda. They have no agendas when they have passed over, and they're speaking to us from a clearly spiritual maneuver or spiritual tools. They're not here in front of us. They're not calling us on our phone and gossiping and all that. When we have voices like Mama Azee's guides that we present here that are all on the other side, these spirit guides, these voices are not prejudiced. They're not thinking about your race or anything else. They are clearly, my parents, my grandparents are no longer in pain and suffering and being oppressed. Their voices are pure and wise. So it pays, as Mama Azee says, to listen to whatever voices you might be able to contact in your mind in your heart. I've been listening to just my parents, my mother and father's voices in my mind and heart. I don't hear them orally speaking to me, but I'm looking at the energy. For instance, Mama Azee and I were talking earlier about Sagittarians, and I can clearly see, based on my father's childhood now, because every person, even all the Sagittarians, your mother and father were Sagittarian, but their childhoods were nothing like my dad's childhood. My dad lived in poverty in Jim Crow South Louisiana, no shoes, and had hardly any food every day. And then he traveled to Chicago and went to World War II, and all the experiences that our parents and grandparents have will determine how much wisdom they bring to us. And it's up to us, this generation, whether baby boomers, I think we're the oldest, whoever's ahead of us, most of them are dying off. But the baby boomers are the generation that has the wisdom from the elders that we need to pass on to this younger generation. And I must say, we need to listen, because what you're saying, Mama Z, you're listening to the older generations on the other side. But at the same time, we need to listen to the younger generations who are still here, talking, walking, dyeing their hair blue, purple, whatever, and understand what their thoughts are. How are they responding or reacting to life? So we're kind of in the middle today when we think about these people who Mama Azee hears, guides her, talks to her, and she listens to their wisdom. And then on the other side, we have grandchildren who are in many ways old souls. They could be one of these guys, or we could have grandchildren who are in have the same soul as some of our elders who have passed on. So we have to, I think the key word, Mama Azee, is listening to either the younger or the older. It's listening and discerning what kind of wisdom am I getting from these people, these spirits in my life.
See, I thought about that concerning my grandson. Even when I look at Josiah, his brother, I like, wow, who are these young brothers really? tells me you're rounding them up. And I grew up on rock. I grew up on rock. And it's just, it's in my DNA. And when I was there on a vision quest, a real valley for those 14 days, I tell you, I kid you not, it has round them up. That's why I'm thinking for you. Because that temple, they put that in for one's myself. If you really look at that temple, it's like a schematic of the mosque or the Baha'i. You see, the Baha'is were leaders of the Baha'i faith. They're not from this food. Many don't want to say that, but they're not. And when I was there with Miss Dr. V, I would get those messages all the time. We're not from this planet. Look at how the buildings are constructed. I don't care if it's masonry or whatever. There is a purpose. There's a Napoleon Davis, TP, in Oklahoma. Napoleon Davis was on this planet, and he made sure that I was guided to that TP there in my state of Oklahoma.
Well, I'm glad that you are hearing and acting, because I think we're all called to walk in faith. We all strengthen our belief and take action. Whatever truth that we have revealed to us, don't just hold on to it. Reveal it, share it, and let's raise the consciousness of the people in our family, in our midst, in our environment, so that we can bring peace to this planet. And
yes.
And stop these wars. So thank you so much, Mama Azee, for sharing. And I hope you're having a beautiful day in Arizona. It's still early there. It's like, what, 5 o'clock now?
It is. It's 5:03, which is 8. Is that's one of Alan's numbers. So Ron is very good to close us out. Well, it's 8:04.
All right, we love you. We love you and appreciate all that you're doing. So keep up.
Wait. What is the image of today? What's the image you get?
What's the number today?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a 9. Today's a 9. 7/1/2026 is a 9.
That's birthing.
Yeah. So we have just birthed new truth, new wisdom, and we hope that you'll walk in this truth and this wisdom and ride on into the sunset every day with joy, just like the rawhide we're going to play. I'm not going to play the whole thing because they don't like me copywriting, but I'm going to play some of it and wish you all a pleasant evening. I hope you, Mama Azee, have a restful evening, and we'll see you on Friday morning for health and well-being with Fiat. We got some really important...
Thank you, Priestess. I appreciate you being with me, girl. You just have no idea. So thank us for Kwame.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Priestess, for the pictures and all the good things. Everybody, have a great day.
Rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 though the streams are swollen. Keep them doggies rolling, right through rain and wind and weather, hell-bent for leather, wishing my gal was by my side. All the things I'm missing, good fiddles, love and kissing, are waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, hit 'em up, move 'em on, hit 'em up, rawhide. Cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in raw.
And so we give thanks for rawhide, but I always love to see black cowboys in movies and videos, because there were more of them than we know. And unfortunately, when we grew up, we didn't even think there were any black cowboys because they didn't have no shows. But always remember, the melanin native were dark skinned, and they were riding them horses way before some of them Europeans came in.
Yeah.
So everybody, all my yogi friends, namaste, satnam, aho to all you beautiful indigenous people, and ashe o for all of us studying the wisdom of our African ancestors. Is so beautiful to bring all this knowledge and wisdom together. And remember to let go. My video on minimalism is all about letting go. You got to let go of the stuff you've been holding on to and get out there with the cows, like this picture. Everybody have a great evening. We'll see you on Friday. Shalom. Oops, sorry.
I knew get a horse, we can pop my garage. I knew I would for pop a lag. I knew I got but you I could get that. I knew could do the coach edition yet. I knew could do la mother was part of that. I do free papa that the guy was I knew but not that super do I got the horse. The cook could put it in hot, yeah. The cook could put it in hot,